Hey guys, this is Carolina Varsity. We're in the 2015 season, rolling into week 10. We got what I think is a pretty big game in the Mecca. We have North Mecklenburg going over to play Vance. I'm Dale
And
Ross.
I'm Matt Martipet, man. Your keys to victory for both teams here. As Dale said, this is a big game here. For North, they're coming off a bye. You got to take advantage of that bye. We saw what Huff did after their bye. Huff had a 35-3 loss to Butler, went on a bye, came back and beat Mallard Creek and A.L. Brown. If North can duplicate that success off the bye that Huff did, we got a heck of a situation here in this conference. Um, Obviously, you got to take away Dorn. Mallard
Mm-hmm.
Creek took away Dorn, and you saw what happened to the Vance offense. He's a big key to that. Offensively, I think they got to use a dual threat quarterback to control the Vance defense. We saw what Mallard Creek did with Smith and their run game.
Mm-hmm.
Coles is not, on that same level, but he's very good. Um, And then North has some threats on the outside, and Demontrez Burrows also that can step up and do things. But I think Coles is the key here if they're going to get the victory. For Vance, you got to find some ways to loosen up Dorn in their offense. Now, everyone's going to take that blueprint Mallard Creek did and try to duplicate it. So, if you're Brand, what's your counter move to that?
Right.
You use Dorn as a decoy. You try to hide him in formations, stuff like that. They try to maybe move him inside to the slot because I think he plays outside a good bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, find some ways to loosen him up. And they got to find the run game again. They got to find that consistency they've had in the run game in the past. The defense, in the passing game, you got to lock up the Montrez Burrs on the outside, and you got to control rush against Coles, the quarterback. Can't let him run wild, get outside, and start making plays outside the pocket.
Right. So a number of things, and first thing we'll start with is the report says Vance over North Mecklenburg 34-16,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people I talked to would not are not going to agree with that, and I'm talking about people that are following both programs,
Mm.
which led me to ask, and some people I'm trusting with their views on things. If North beats Vance, is it an upset?
North is a 6-1 football team that
Right.
doesn't get the pub or respect that a 6-1 football team should,
Exactly. So
in my opinion.
I'm really right now at this point because North is rolling. They've had a week to prepare,
Mm-hmm.
and Vance is reeling off of they. I know Coach Brand said that you got to wake up in the morning, the sun will be shining. They lost a very good. They lost a tight ball game that either team could win, and I agree with that. Both teams deserve to win. You can't say one team deserved to win and the other didn't. We played an overtime ball game that was decided by a 2-point conversion. So obviously you can look at that, but still it's a loss.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Hopewell in between, right? Yeah, uh, the A.L. Brown game.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of looking at we had a loss to A.L. Brown, we got a loss to Mallard Creek. What's the mental psyche of that team? Though that would be a concern of mine. Um, you nailed it on the quarterback. That's one of the things that has been brought to my attention
Mm-hmm.
is they feel like Vance is going to have a tough time with that quarterback. You're going to have a hard time with him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting that you nailed that observation as well. This could be a very very tough ball game for Vance, just all things considered. Playing a team that a lot of people are not respected. They may not be giving them the respect that they need. They've got a tough situation coming off that loss. Um, Norris had a lot of time to prepare. Vance, the run game is not there. Is Spencer going to be back this week? Is my would be my question. He did not play
Mm-hmm.
against Mallard Creek. I didn't see him on the sidelines, but
Oh man.
maybe I missed him. But
Mm-hmm.
he was on the sidelines at the L Brown game on crutches. Um, Thought he was going to be back last week at the Mallard Creek game, but he was not there. So I don't know. They missed that offense misses him.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah Hall's a very good, tough, solid running back, but Spencer just has a little bit different dimension to that offense. You talking about what can they do with Dorn out on the outside? You got Jonathan Affetti on the other side, and I didn't see him mixed in enough last week. I thought was kind of surprising that brother didn't throw to brother, but there's another capable, outside guy that North is going to have to worry about. So. I think, in all honesty, there is the mixings of a potential upset. Vance is going to have to rise to the occasion, and they're going to have to get on track because, right now they're playing for playoffs seeding, and you keep losing ball games, you're going to be seeded very, very low. It was West Charlotte, right?
Yeah, they did beat West
It
Charlotte.
was not Hopewell's next week. I'm sorry. So it was West Charlotte that they played. I'm sorry, I had a brain lapse there. So they need wins to be able to get themselves up in seeding. I don't know if they can get themselves out of a point of being on the road. Right now, it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're going to be on the road in the playoffs, which is okay with them. They started on the road last year in the playoffs, went up to Mooresville.
Yeah, remember that.
So anyway, I don't know. I think it's going to be a great ball game, close ball game. But
it's on my. This is my early favorite that I'll be at.
Okay.
Hadn't seen both of these teams in person. I have seen film on them, but I have not seen them in person. So look for me if I'm there. Say hello.
Say hey to him. I've seen both of you guys, and I need to find a team I hadn't seen yet. But this is going to be a good ball game. And this is at Vance. Show up, fans, and stay at the game. You're the worst for what you did this past Friday night. All right. If you don't know, watch the confession video. Thanks for watching.